Now, the most important news of the week. As you may have noticed, modern cars now are being given electronic handbrakes rather than a lever, OK? Now, this is a problem because you can't do a handbrake turn with an electronic button.
And this is bad news because handbrake turns are an essential part of male development because, as we all know, the handbrake lever is connected directly to a girl's sexual appetite.
It is?
It is. When you're 17, it is.
You know it is. You see it in the animal kingdom. A peacock has his feathers. The young man has his handbrake.
It's exactly.
They do the same job.
Yeah.
And if you have a button, it doesn't work.
No.
I can remember my first attempt at seduction with the handbrake when I was 17 years old. I was going to pick up this girl called Liz from outside a pub, and I had it all planned. I would go in and I'd get on the handbrake and slew it round like the Italian job, and the rest was a formality, obviously. I went through the gate quite hot, pulled on the lever, and that was when the cable snapped. I think it was because I'd spent the previous day practising, you see, and I'd really...
Only you would practice your handbrake turn ready for a date.
You have to.
I wish
Your
I
bow
had.
tie. What?
No, I remember taking a girl called Kathy home one night. I was 17 in my mum's Audi. And she lived in the middle of a field. And I do mean right in the middle of a field. No tracks or anything.
Was she called Ermintrude? Did she wear a nice big bell?
No, she wasn't a cow or a horse.
No.
So anyway, I'm going down the grassy hill to the house and thought, I know what'll tip her over the edge. Car pirouetted straight through her dad's hedge.
Was she impressed?
Well, no, I know she was, because she pulled a face that was exactly like this.
That's the face. No, that's the face they pull in that part of the mating ritual. I know because I have seen that face. When I was a young man, 17, borrowed my dad's car, diesel Astra Estate, and I was giving Katie from college a lift home. She lived in a farm down farm tracks, and I'd already warmed her up with a bit of rally driving. There was already a sexual tension in the car, and I thought, I'll seal the deal with the handbrake lever, yanked it on, slewed round, hit a rock, and she pulled that exact...
What, the... Oh, sometimes girls say, what did you do that for?
That's it.
But what they're actually saying is, I'm ready.
But I never got...
What?
I never got that face from Liz, because as far as she was concerned, she didn't know I tried to do a handbrake turn, because I just got that twang. It was the only twang I got on that evening, actually. But as far as she could see, I just parked badly the wrong way round and just got out of the car. She just thought I was an arse.
I think I know why they're doing it. It's to cut down on unwanted teenage pregnancy.
Yeah.
And it could work. It's a clever thought.
It will probably work, but it'll also cut down on the future of mankind.
I think it's irresponsible.
No, because if you think about it, if a man can't use a handbrake to pull a girl, what's he going to do?
There's going to be a lot of frustrated men around.
You may have to talk to her.
No! No!
Car makers, please stop it.
You're meddling with forces unseen and more powerful than you.
Shall we get back to cars?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, my guest tonight is a young chap from Hertfordshire who recently got a new Mercedes and wants to come and tell us all about it. Now, normally, we'd tell him to get lost. But we decided to make an exception on this occasion because, well, his name, ladies and gentlemen, is Lewis Hamilton! Now, I do know what I need to talk to you about. The handbrake in the modern car. Have you ever thought, if I pull this, she...
I'm sure I have. in the first years as I was driving, I'm sure.
But we were discussing this earlier, and it is one of the weirdest things, because I think we're all fairly clear, girls don't like men who do handbrake turns, but we think they do.
Yeah, my girlfriend loves it.
Does she?
I have a good story about handbrake turns. I was years ago, and I was at a karting race in Italy with Nico as my teammate. Actually, so it's 2000. And me, my dad, and Keke Rosberg were on the way to the track. And my dad was driving down this country lane, which off the edge of the road drops down into a field, and it's like a metre drop. Keke all of a sudden just pulls the handbrake while my dad's driving, and my dad doesn't really know how to drive that well. he thinks he's a great driver, but, you know, and he was not expecting it.
He's not here to argue.
Lost the back end of the car and put it down into the ditch, and we had to leave it there and walk to the track.
Well, there wasn't even a girl in the car. Who was Keke trying to impress?
I don't know.
Your dad!
My dad, yeah.
Keke's gay! And on that bombshell...